India is no longer a young nation. Sanjeev Sanyal's warning sparks panic. In the stillness of the night, when everything seems normal, some truths silently begin to erode the very foundation of our future. And when an economist says that we are fooling ourselves about our greatest demographic advantage, it's not just a warning, but something that can shake the direction of a nation's development. Sanjeev Sanyal, a senior economic advisor to the Government of India, recently said something in a podcast that isn't just a personal opinion, but a reality we've long been ignoring. According to him, India is no longer the youngest country in the world, and the sooner we understand this, the better. The mindset we are trapped in is becoming nothing more than an illusion, and if we don't break that illusion in time, the cost will be borne by the generations to come. Today, we will dive deep into this subject. But before that, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update from us. So, without further delay, let's begin today's discussion. For years, we've been hearing that India is the youngest country in the world. Our average age is low, we have the largest youth population, and this will make us an economic superpower. This statement is proudly repeated in political speeches, development plans, and on international platforms. But is it true? Sanyal says no. Many African countries, Pakistan, and even the Philippines are younger than us. While we are certainly younger than Western nations or developed countries like Japan, that doesn't mean we will stay that way forever. India's population is also gradually aging, and this shift is now visible not just in data but also in ground reality. If we continue to ignore it, it could become our biggest weakness in the coming years. Sanyal points out that India's total fertility rate, TFR, has now dropped to 1.9. This figure is concerning because, for a stable population, the rate should be at least 2.1. In many parts of the country, especially South India and West Bengal, the rate is as low as 1.6 or even less. In urban Bengal, it has dropped to 1.2, a level considered close to extinction. This rate means that in the next generation, people won't even be able to replace themselves. This is not just a number, it's a sign of the decline in the social structure that gives a country its vitality. He said that the Bengali Bhadralok, a distinct urban, educated class, is now on the verge of extinction. And the reason isn't just migration, but their own birth rate as well. People are moving out from cities like Kolkata to other states and abroad, but there's no new generation coming up behind them. This is a social and cultural crisis, where the balance between tradition and the future is breaking down. A similar situation can be seen in Kerala. Cities like Thrissur, which were once considered the intellectual and financial capitals of Kerala, are now seeing empty homes. In those bungalows, only elderly grandparents remain, as their children have settled in Gulf countries or the West. Witnessing this is not only emotionally painful but also deeply concerning from a policy perspective. Similarly, the condition in Himachal Pradesh is going from bad to worse. Schools are shutting down because there aren't enough children to keep them running. This is not just a story about education, it's about the collapse of social structure. When the number of children in a society becomes so low that schools begin to close, that society loses its cultural and human resource continuity. This is the same Himachal once hailed as a role model for education and development, and today, that very state stands at the edge of a demographic crisis. If these warning signs are not understood in time, the next decade will be even more challenging for us. Sanyal says we need to stop linking urban crowding with population growth. In reality, the congestion in Indian cities is due to poor management, not overpopulation. He gave the example of South Mumbai, where traffic conditions have improved over the past 10 years. The population hasn't decreased, nor have the number of people reduced. But infrastructure has improved, and due to developments like the Sea-Link and high-rise buildings, traffic pressure has eased. This means that with proper urban planning, even a large population can be managed. Cities like Singapore, Tokyo, and Hong Kong are examples where the population density per square kilometer is far higher than in India, yet the quality of life is much better. This debate isn't limited to India. Many countries around the world are struggling with this demographic shift. Japan and South Korea are prime examples, where birth rates have fallen so drastically that reversing the trend is nearly impossible. Once a generation grows up with small families, the next one tends to adopt the same structure. It becomes a social behavior that is very difficult to change. Even when China ended its one-child policy, there was no significant jump in birth rates. And even if any effect is seen, it could take 25 years. In the meantime, the economy and social structure face deep consequences. Sanyal considers this threat very real for India. He warns that if we don't pay attention to it now, India could face a severe population shortage in the future. And then, it might have to follow the same path Japan is currently on, trying to maintain its population by bringing in people from other countries. But such a move would raise serious questions about culture, language, and social harmony. Northern Indian states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, where the birth rate is still relatively high, may be called upon to supply the workforce to the south. This could lead to regional imbalances, cultural tensions, and a new line of political conflict. These aren't just speculations, they are warnings of a potential social explosion. India now needs to seriously revisit its population policy. We must accept that our population will not continue to grow indefinitely. And merely having a large population does not give us strength. It is the balanced management of that population, an educated youth, and quality healthcare that make a country powerful. It is time for the government, policymakers, educators, and society as a whole to work together in this direction. This is not just about numbers, it's about mindset and vision. Population policy must now become a national priority, not just an election issue. To refill our schools, we need policy reforms. Our healthcare system must once again place children and mothers at the center of its focus. And above all, we must understand that social change doesn't come through law alone, but through awareness. If we continue to believe that India already has too many people, then one day, that very number could become our biggest weakness. We must decide whether we want to live in the illusion of numbers or focus on quality. This is the moment to define the direction of India's future. Sanjeev Sanyal's warning is not just a statistic, it's a prophecy. It compels us to ask, will we become a country that failed to manage its own population, or a nation that woke up in time and turned its population into a true asset? The choice is in our hands, and time is slipping away rapidly. Ignoring this warning now would not just be foolish, it would be a crime against the future.
If this video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.